Hey guys, this is DC with IRONMAN Boulder. I'm the race director and wanted to quickly make a video for our spectators. I think we can get you guys a lot of information and have you help you be successful that day and seeing your athletes race and get around town easily. The only message I have today for athletes is to make sure that you guys book your hotel rooms. Our discounted rates that we have negotiated with the hotel properties for you guys are about to expire. So you need to go online, ironman.com/boulder, click on our travel link, and that's the way that you access our discounted rates. Click on the travel link, go through our website, and you'll see there's a link on our travel page that'll take you right to the hotels that we've been working with that are excited to have you and are reserving days in the hotel, as well as the rates that you guys have special access to. So make sure you book your hotels quickly. Those are about to expire. So let's talk spectators. This race is somewhat unique in that it has two transitions. So I want to walk you guys through that, and then make sure that you have all the information that you have for the whole week. So let's start from the beginning of the week. We'll work our way through all the way through race day and even after a little bit, and talk you through step by step what you should be aware of and how to get around. Okay. I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller, and we're going to use Google Maps because I figure that's what a lot of us use, and it'll be an easy way for you to gain perspective on what is happening on race day, or race week I should say. So this is the city of Boulder, and north of the city of Boulder is a big blue body of water called the Boulder Reservoir. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here on the city of Boulder, but to give you some perspective, this is kind of the city of Boulder. We've got the mountains on the west, and you've got the Boulder Reservoir on the north. Everything pretty much leading into the race takes place at the Boulder High School. That includes the expo, the welcome ceremony, the Ironman merchandise store, and a lot of the activities that the other vendors that are there and the activities that we plan, including Iron Kids on Saturday and things like that. The Boulder High School is located right very close to downtown Boulder. If you zoom out a little bit, you'll see here that this is downtown Boulder in the Pearl Street Mall, which is a very, very popular place to be. Lots of restaurants and shopping. The Boulder High School is where the expo is located. I'm going to switch to satellite view and show you. We'll zoom in a little bit tighter on the Boulder High School. This green space to the west side of the Boulder High School building is where our expo is. On Thursday and Friday, that's where you will go with your athlete. They'll go in and check in, and you'll be checking out the vendors that are outside the check-in area, as well as checking out our Ironman merchandise store and getting your gear for the week. Okay, so that's all at the Boulder High School. If we zoom out a little bit and I type in the word parking, you'll see very quickly there is lots of parking available in and around the Boulder High School. This is where the expo is at. You've got parking garage, parking garage, parking garage, parking garage, parking garage, all within 2 to 3 city blocks of the Boulder High School. Very, very short walk. This little stretch of green space right here is the Pearl Street Mall. Lots of shopping, lots of great places to hang out, and great restaurants there as well. Okay, so Boulder High School, lots of parking available Thursday and Friday. On Friday night, as I zoom back at the high school, on Friday night, starting at 6:30, we have what we call the welcome ceremony. And that's a really exciting time that we invite everybody out to. It doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost anybody. All family and friends, all ages are welcome to the Boulder High School, to this green lawn for our welcome ceremony. The band starts playing at 6:30, and it's really, really exciting. It's a lot of fun. It's a group called Iron Band, and they play some really fun music and kind of have a unique triathlon twist, let's just put it that way. Good friends of ours from Kansas, and we're excited to have those guys back out this year. So come check that out at 6:30 on Friday night. On Saturday, your athletes will be required to check in all of their equipment at 2 different locations. One is at the Boulder High School. They'll be dropping off all of the things that they need for the run course, what we call our run gear bags. Up at the Boulder Reservoir on Saturday, they'll be dropping off their bike gear bags as well as their bike, and leaving that with us overnight at both locations. We have security there to protect their stuff. That's located up at the Boulder Reservoir. So on Saturday, you guys will go up to the Boulder Reservoir, and you all are welcome to come together. Last year, there's a little bit of a confusion. That's been cleared up. Everybody that comes with an athlete, so anybody that has a blue wristband, those are the athlete wristbands, can come in and enjoy the bike check-in process, get all the pictures that you want, and familiarize yourself with the Boulder Reservoir. Okay? That's Saturday. Make sure you check the posted times. Don't come early and don't come late. Okay? We don't have any leniency available for people that are coming early or late. Just come during those scheduled times. All right, and make sure you're dropping off the equipment with your athletes. All right. So then we get to race day. The first thing that you're going to be doing on race day is you're going to be heading back into the city of Boulder, and you're going to be parking at one of the garages that you've been parking at all week for the expo. Okay, learn those areas early so you know where to go in the morning on race morning. The only way, there's only two ways that you can get into the reservoir on race day. That's either via taxi from whatever location you want, or you will be riding our shuttle buses. Those are the only two ways. You cannot access the reservoir via any other means than those areas. I will have local law enforcement at all trailheads, all back roads, and all secret passageways into the Boulder Reservoir to prevent people from accessing the reservoir by any other means than those two methods. So via taxi or via the school bus. Shuttle bus process. We have plenty of shuttle buses available. It doesn't cost you anything to ride the shuttle buses. We'll also have ADA buses for anybody that needs special assistance. We have 4 of those that'll be running continuously, as well as strollers can go on those buses as well. So bring as many kids and as many families. Anybody that needs special assistance, we'll make sure that you guys are well taken care of. Okay? So come to the Boulder High School. Those will start running at around 4 or 4:30, and they'll run continuously back and forth from the Boulder Reservoir until 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, back and forth. So no matter how long you want to be at the reservoir, there's going to be shuttle buses going back and forth at all times. All right. So that's the first thing that you're going to do in the morning. Once you're up to the Boulder Reservoir, I'm going to zoom back out, get rid of all the parking symbols. We'll go to the reservoir, and we'll look at how things are going to lay out there. Once you're driving in on the school buses, they're going to drop you off over here at the west side. There's 2 main parking lots here. They're going to drop everybody off there, and then you're going to walk the 200 yards over to the transition area. As I zoom in a little bit tighter, you're going to see that there's a large parking lot and 2 boat launches, one on either side. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit tighter here. The west side, the east launch is where the swim start is. They go out and into the water, and they do one single 2.4 mile loop over to this west boat launch. Okay, this boat ramp. They'll come up the boat ramp, they'll jump into their gear bags, go through the change tents, and head into transition over here in these 2 main parking lots. Once they go through transition, they'll come up the hill and ride out on Reservoir Road. All right, tiny little hill, and they get going, and they mount up onto their bikes and get going. Okay, all of this area is very accessible to spectators. Last year we did some preventative fencing to kind of keep people out of specific areas. So anywhere there's fencing, you're not allowed in, but we'll keep you as close as we can to the athletes. We're going to get you a little closer than we did last year because we think we can control safety stuff a little bit easier than we did last year. So that's the swim. All right. Once you, here's a quick look at the swim course map. You'll notice that that's kind of the trajectory of the map, or of the course. They go out north, then they go west, and then they come south to that boat launch. All right. So once again, out, over, and down. All right. That's the swim. All right. Let's take a real quick look at the bike course. Just a kind of general synopsis of the bike course is it's a 2-loop course in which, once they're done with their second loop, they go get an additional 30 miles. All right. So this red line represents the multiple loop area. They'll go north a bit. They'll head in. It's kind of a big box with some distance grabs, and then they do that twice. So they come back up and they do this again. With that being a 2-loop course, if you zoom in to the middle of the course, you'll notice that this little gray spot right here on Nelson Road is a great spot to spectate. You've got athletes coming up north and then west, and a few short miles later, less than, I think it's, okay, so mile 15 to 35, you've got your athlete coming back down again. And then they'll go down, do this again, and then they come back up at mile 55, 56-ish, and they come back around at mile 75-ish. So there's about 20 miles between these 2 locations. So your athlete will come through 4 different times this area. Great little spot to spectate. If you go over to hygiene, I'm going to show you on the Google Map area. If I zoom out, we'll go back to the map view, and we'll zoom way out. And we head up north to hygiene. Right here, the athletes are going to come through twice. This little spot's another great spot to spectate. There's a little store there called Mary's Market that has lots of local food available, really good healthy options right there at that market called Mary's Market. And they're very, very super bike friendly. So I suggest that you guys go up there and support them. As you're doing pre-rides that week, as you're going up and visiting the area and you're doing your drives, stop in at Mary's Market, say hello, say thank you, spend some money with those guys because they're big bike friends of ours, and we want to support them as best we can, okay? So how to get to those two locations? So by using Google Maps, Nelson Road is what I was suggesting, that little space right here between 63rd and 65th. I'm going to ask that you guys all use 36 up to Nelson Road and head east on Nelson Road. Please do not come up 63rd and ride the same direction as the athletes. Go up Highway 36 and east on Nelson Road. Same thing goes for hygiene. Don't go and ride the same direction as the athletes. Head up the diagonal highway up to Airport Road to Hygiene. Zoom in a little bit here, Hygiene over, and park along Hygiene and walk over into the town and see your athletes come through. Okay, so those are the two areas that I'm suggesting for the bike portion. So once again, right here at mile 15 and right here at mile 30. Those are two great spots to spectate. All right. Once your athletes have finished biking this blue section, which is the last 30 miles or so, they'll come back into the city of Boulder. So you'll notice bike starts up here at the Boulder Reservoir and bike finishes down here in town. So we'll head back into town on Google Maps on race day. If all you want to do is come in the morning, park, and ride the shuttle bus to and from the high school and stay downtown, that's a great option. The bike course can sometimes get a little congested, so the less vehicles we have out there, the better. So if you park right here at Boulder High School, I'm going to switch to satellite view and show you your athletes are going to come and dismount off the bike, and the transition area is in the football field. This is the expo, and here's downtown Boulder where you were parking this morning, or that morning. The run course is on the Boulder Creek Path, which is this green space in between the Boulder Expo and the Boulder transition area. Okay, if you are here all day long, you're going to see your athlete come off the bike. You're going to see them come back and forth a bunch of times on the run because it's a multiple loop run course that passes through here 4 times. It's a great spot to spectate. The other spot on the road course is right here at the Civic Hall, or the Civic area, right here next to the Boulder City Council building and the library. Okay, great little spot to spectate. Last year it was a big party. There's an aid station right there, and it's really, really close to our finish line, right here at 13th and Pearl Street. So this is Pearl Street. Sorry, this is Pearl Street. This is 13th, and you're so very, very close to that little Civic area as well as to the Boulder High School. We're talking about 3 or 4 city blocks from each other. So those are the 3 main venues. So just to recap, you've got Boulder High School has our expo and our second transition area. That's kind of a great spot to be all day. That's also where the shuttle buses pick up. There's lots of food and resources available there for family and friends. The Boulder Reservoir has the swim start, which you can only access via taxi from wherever location you arrange, or via the school buses that we have, the shuttle buses. Don't try to attempt to go to the reservoir any other ways. Law enforcement will prevent you. There's no parking within 3 miles of the Boulder Reservoir that you can walk, so do not attempt to do that. Ride our shuttles or take a taxi. That's the second location, and then our finish line at 13th and Pearl. So keep that in mind. Those are kind of the 3 venues. That's kind of the layout of the day. On Sunday, that wraps up obviously at midnight. Come back out at 11 o'clock and celebrate our last finishers coming in that last hour. It's a tradition in Ironman racing to come out and see the last finisher home and come and enjoy the atmosphere. It's really special. A lot of the emotional stories come to fruition there, and it's really cool to see. So come back out at midnight. Monday morning, we've got our award ceremony again at the Boulder High School, and that is a lot of fun to be at and celebrate our athletes and how they and what they accomplished the day before, and see who made it to Kona. Any questions that you guys have? Hopefully this video is not too overwhelming. It's kind of just a basic view, but it hopefully will simplify some items for you guys and quickly give you some direction as to where to be and when on race day. Any questions that you have, post it here on the comments thread of this video, and I'll do my best to get back to you guys. I'm really, really excited to have you guys back out this year. For those that are returning, and anybody that's new, you're really, really going to enjoy this event. It's a lot of fun. These races belong to you. If you have any questions, spectators and athletes, email me directly if you want to, or on this Facebook page, and I'll make sure that you guys get answers to your questions. The weather's starting to warm up out here in Boulder. We're really excited, and it's going to be a good year. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Take care.